All right, good afternoon, my wonderful people, the lovers of sport around the world. You're welcome to another episode of Global Entertainment Sport Time with Global Entertainment News, where we give you the world, the updates around the world of sport, how it happens all around the world. All right, moving up to our top story for you today. Club World Cup fans tells the dangerous goal bowl condition amid heat and lack of water. Condition for fans on Sunday's Club World Cup fixtures between Paris Saint-Germain and Atletico Madrid at the Rose Bowl in Pasadena, California, had been described as dangerous and horrific after attendants struggled to get access to water and experienced tightest packed crowd amid temperature of the least 31 centigrade in the stadium. Supporters have told of having to dispose of full water bottle before entering the crowd. The people of the streets inside the venue and the line that lasted 45 minutes to get access to water and was for sale. One fan who has attended events at the Rose Bowl on multiple previous occasions contacted the Guardian to tell the polygon experience which they said had made them reluctant to attend the World Club next year. Well, I think this is actually very, very poor to have this kind of issues happening in the World Club Cup. I'm knowing that US will be actually the one to host next year's World Cup. It's going to be, if we're having this kind of issues in the Club World Cup, I'm meant to happen next year. The World Cup is going to be really, really, really jam-packed. We all know how tight and very studious and horrific it can be when it comes to World Club. The kind of crowd, tourism and everything that comes in, and the how jam-packed the stadium is going to be. If you're having this kind of issue in just a Club World Cup, if you get ready for the World Cup next year. All right, moving up to our next story for you today. The lab impact helps Chelsea see off LAFC at Club World Cup, but fans stay away. The good news for the marketing gurus at FIFA is that the 22,137 fans who turned up to watch Chelsea's Cruz past Los Angeles FC in their Club World Cup opener at least witnessed a surge of excitement provided by Liam Delap. Coming off the bench to spark an otherwise forgettable contest into life on his debut. The reality this will not go down as one of the great sporting occasions. The Mercedes-Benz Stadium can hold crowd of 75,000 capacity, but staging this match at 3 p.m. on the afternoon was probably not the wisest scheduling move. But I think this is actually one of this timing when it comes to this Club World Cup. It's actually a timing we really need to consider about this. You know, I think America is below 5 hours timing, and if they are to pull these matches in the evening there in America, it's going to be affecting other viewers around the world to be able to watch footballs like that. Wonderful game debut match from Liam Delap. So his assist on that second goal for Enzo Fernandez. Actually a very good start. A good plus to the team, and we expect more to see more from the youngster. All right, moving up to our next story for today. Boca lets slip two-goal lead as Benfica claim lead points at World Club Cup. While that was different on a violatory hot Monday night in Miami Garden, day 3 of FIFA's sports style entertainment event, something unexpected happened. A football match broke out, and not just a styling and outline the athletic sense of the football match, as Boca Juniors tore into 2-0 first half lead against Benfica. As the stadium interior was transformed into a sustained status field by the Boca fans, as the coaching staff on both benches lift up the random rotation like the world Angers improved night that already felt like the new team. Blood, vim, and bold life. The final score was 2-2, thanks to the late equalizer scored by Nicolas Otamendi, who hovered powerful uh, over the powerful before putting the ball into the back of the net. Wow, I think this is actually a very, very we should be expecting more dramas like this when it comes to um, different teams in the Club World Cup, different teams from different parts of the world coming together to spark the light into this competition. And we should be expecting more than this. Having a two-goal lead is not it's not something you should be relaxing on. You should be able to aim out to get more goals. And I'm moving on to our next story for you today. Underdogs to top dogs. Kelvin De Bruyne arrives, signal new era for Napoli. Kevin De Bruyne moves to Napoli this past few weeks felt understated. One of the finest players of a generation, switching clubs for the first time in a decade to little fanfare. The arranging of the medical at Rome, not Napoli, play a part, avoiding the crowd that would have turned out to greet him. Rather, if handful of fans still found a way to be there when they arrived in the Villa Scout Clinic, 140 miles from their team home ground. Confirmation of his move came from the Italian club owner, Aola Di Laurentiis, who passed a picture to social media of them sitting side by side in director's chair. Wow, I think this is one of the best moves Napoli have actually had in recent days after the departure of the loan move from Osimhen moving away. We saw so many players left that club during the striving time, and Napoli coming back again to win the league last season. Actually, it's actually a very boost, a very good boost for that team to actually get it. Including Kelvin De Bruyne into that team is one of the best moves Napoli has actually made this season. All right, moving on to our next story. Football transfer rumors. Jack Grealish to join McTominay at Napoli. Having been left out of Champions Manchester City Club World Cup squad entirely, Jack Grealish is badly in need of an Italian residence. Having rescued one Britain for Manchester last summer in the form of scout McTominay, Napoli could repeat the trick this year. Grealish wage at the stick point, 29-year-old earned close to 300,000 euro a week at City after his 100 million euro move from Aston Villa in 2021, and would need to take a drastic pay cut if the permanent deal with Napoli is to be arranged. A loan deal is more likely, with City continuing to pay a portion of Grealish wage unless Napoli option for another adult Marquinhos entirely. United Alejo Garnacho, who has also been linked with Spurs, both in Argentina and Grealish are thought of available for around 40 million. Well, I think Napoli are really in the market to really bring in top names into that team to actually see the move of their left side player who has actually moved to PSG. We expect more squad, more battle in that team to actually pull them and give them that winning ways in the Italian league. After registering their name, winning the league 2 times in 3 years now is actually a very good step, a good move for Napoli. All right, moving up to our next story for you today. Club World Cup PSG overwhelmed 10-man Atletico Madrid while Palmeiras hold Porto. The Champions League winner Paris Saint-Germain beat their fellow European heavyweights Atletico Madrid 4-0 at the Royal in Pasadena on Sunday to get their Club World Cup campaign off to a winning start. PSG landed their first blow when Fabian Ruiz fired home from a distance in the 19th minute as they showed no signal of rust in their first match since Chelsea Inter Milan 5-0 to win their first Champions League title last month. PSG doubled their advantage just before halftime when Anthony Griezmann misled a counter-attack that ended with Bettino firing home another stunning scheme in Southern California. The La Liga side appeared to have pulled one back when Julian Alvarez found the net in the 57th minute, but his goal was overturned after a VAR review determined Koke had fouled this duel in a build-up to the strike. Well, I think this is actually very poor for Atletico Madrid, having moving into that competition, seeing them after with the kind of battle they faced during the league in La Liga. But to hold a side as PSG with the kind of form those players have, I tell you, it's going to be a very, very big challenge to actually beat a team like PSG this time around. All right, moving on to our next story for you today. Igor Illoris surprised Spurs sack Postecoglou after amazing achievement. Igor Lloris has experienced surprise as Tottenham sacking Ange Postecoglou after their triumph in the Europa League. The former Spurs captain praised Postecoglou for an amazing achievement and said he was delighted to see his old team end their 17 years wait for a trophy when they beat Manchester United in Bilbao last month. But the Los Angeles FC goalkeeper, speaking after facing Chelsea in the Club World Cup on Monday, was not expecting victory in the final against United to be followed by managing change. Asked whether he was surprised when Spurs decided that European glory was not enough to keep Postecoglou after a dreadful Premier League campaign, Igor Lloris said yes, but nothing can surprise you anymore. I think he deserves a lot of credit for what he has achieved as a coach, and I think we all have to be careful and grateful for what he brought, especially what is this trophy. Wow. Well, I think it's actually very, very sad actually see. I expect the club to actually keep Postecoglou in that team because he has actually tried. We all know how poor he was in the Premier League last season, finishing I think 17 on 18 beside Manchester City. But clinging that first European um, trophy for uh, Tottenham Hotspur was actually, I think that alone should give the credit back to him for him to be able to stay in that club. Qualifying for the Champions League also is not easy, I tell you. All right, viewers, thank you for staying tuned. We've come to the end of today's Sport Time Global Entertainment News. I see you made your host, Ogu Stephen. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe on all our social media platforms for more news and updates on the world of sport. For now, say bye. See you next time.